Not all objects are created equal in The Sims 4. A lot of things are only there for decoration, but others offer actual gameplay. This is a buyer's guide to stuff packs and the various objects that Max is termed hero objects. They have that something extra that gives the pack a selling point. We start with The Sims 4's first stuff pack, Luxury Party Stuff. It offers some highfalutin fancy suits, evening gowns, makeup, and hair. The only unique items are the Fountain of Mirth and buffet tables that come with the pack. If you want to have a party and feed a lot of Sims, the buffet table has that covered every bit as well as any other table. Just maybe a little bit more conveniently. There are two styles of buffet table, fancy white or glass. It can be loaded up with 6 group meals or 5 with the fountain on top. Sims who have high cooking skills can spice it up so that the Sims get a happy buff from eating foods from the fountain. You could click the table to stock it with several types of party foods. This is what's unique about them, with the whole stocking function allowing you to make an instant mega meal. And it's what sets this table apart. You could definitely make a lot of leftovers for a Sims family with this thing. That's one use outside of impressing your supposed friends. While a lot of other stuff packs still have a hero object, Perfect Patios got patched into the base game on The Sims 4's 20th anniversary with the birthday hot tub. Now, you can still get 2 other styles of hot tub in Perfect Patio, but they don't offer any additional functionality. The way I see it, the recent patch that gave at least 1 hot tub to all players corrected a 5-year-old mistake. You do get a good variety of high-end patio objects, outdoor couches, tables, plants, and light-up chess pawns and a knight that you can spew all over your patio to make it look as good as this does. It does add some nice items for outdoor decoration, but its usefulness to someone who wants new functions in the game has been weakened a bit by that patch. I'd say a nice point about this pack is that the hot tubs just look better than the free one. It's at least in my opinion. The patch that brought Cool Kitchen actually gave all players a free dishwasher, but the pack itself brought ice cream, body fat, and weird diet foods. I know an ice cream maker sounds really simple, but it isn't. There are a lot of different effects the ice cream can have, and it makes a perfectly viable, if not low-calorie meal for Sims, and can even be packed into a paper bag lunch, which sounds like a crime against humanity. Ice cream makes use of the cooking skill, giving you even more reason to level it. I have an older video to Cool Kitchen I made, which sings praises of ice cream. The diet can lower your Sim's body fat, or you can breathe fire, or make ghost visits more likely. It's not game breaking, it's just nice there are actual effects and not just a different type of food that Sims can gorge themselves on. There are new counters and higher end but not quite top level stove and refrigerator that you can buy too. The rest of this pack's offering is clutter, lots of kitchen clutter and not much else. It's clear a ton of work for this pack went into making ice cream a bit more interesting than it could have been. So they worked on ice cream for like 6 weeks, which must have felt unique. Sims 4 Spooky Stuff comes with a couple minor items that may be of interest to some players, though it's obvious this pack is more focused around Halloween costumes and parties. First, you'll get a candy bowl. Have a Sim grab a candy and they'll get a jump scare, and depending how they react to it, it'll either make them stressed or happy for 4 hours. It's a little +1 buff, and you can totally exploit the Sim's stupidity by doing this over and over because they'll forget the hand pops out, if that will make a difference to you. The other object is the pumpkin carving station. Children up can use it, with children's projects being based on their motor skill. Adults with mid-range handiness can make all the pumpkin types. Carving a pumpkin costs 25 simoleons. You can set them on the ground and light them if you like, or sell them for a small profit. Be the pumpkin maker you've always wanted to be. A little advice, avoid stomping a pumpkin on fire or your jerk-ass Sim will learn a lesson pretty quick. Sims work hard on their pumpkins and you deserve this if it happens. If you'd guessed that Movie Hangout has a huge TV, you'd be right, mostly. It's a projector to get technical about it. Unfortunately for my eyes, the projector that comes with it seems to be an upscaled regular size TV, as it definitely isn't high def. I was expecting to binge 4K college cram. Kind of like Perfect Patio, this TV is the same size as the TV that comes with Get Famous for Sims who are rich and have a lot of wall to spare. It's definitely one of the best TVs in the game, giving Sims plenty of fun and taking up the better part of the wall for a nice home theater look. The speakers are pretty cool. You also get a popcorn maker. The popcorn popper has 4 types of popcorn, but doesn't seem to do anything that particularly pops. I guess it's just like real popcorn. It only makes you happy if it's good. It does add a little variety in types of meals you can make for your sim, as you do watch the popcorn pop before it's served. Pop. Romantic Garden has one of the more substantive gameplay objects for a stuff pack. This whole pack lets you make a magical romantic area out of your backyard, and a wishing well is a fantastic centerpiece to that. The well actually lets Sims make wishes, and there are a lot of different outcomes based on the mood the well is in and what your Sim wishes for. It can be happy or neutral, or you can piss off the stone man and get the exact opposite of what your Sim wished for. It's definitely something for people that like to live dangerously and don't mind things happening to their Sims. Because they're fairly unique, it's worth mentioning the nice fountains that come with this pack, both big and small. It's also got a lot of vines you can put on walls to make it look a bit overgrown and kind of magical. Kids' room stuff is overrun with furniture for children's bedroom. It'd be impossible to anticipate that based on the name, so I don't blame you. As for objects with unique interactions, this one has the puppet theater to let kids put on a puppet show. I don't know what was happening. They said goodbye a lot. There was a fight. And at some point, the mom and I both zoned out because we had no idea what the story was supposed to be. Try harder, Elsa. Oh well, she got happy from it anyway. The other thing here is the Pokemon or Digimon inspired trading cards, Void Critters. Only kids can actually battle them, but any older age can collect them. There's like 20 Void Critters you can get from card packs bought at the computer, trading them, or looking around for discarded toys as a child. They can be trained to increase their power level. Making them stronger probably makes you more likely to win. This is a feature people have requested I do a guide on, but I haven't really touched it except to make footage here. It doesn't seem to have that much depth. It's much more about the collecting. I made fun of Backyard Stuff's water slides in another video, pointing out that sliding on this is not really gameplay, but it does have a good bit more animations than similar objects. There are a couple varieties of water slides, and you can add soap to make Sims playful. Kids and adults both dig this as a fun activity. There's also a bird feeder, which your Sim can put feed into, and during the day, birds might visit. They're basically bird particles that spawn in around the feeder, so you won't see them coming from far away. This Sim watches them a while and gets happy from the experience. Meanwhile, the birds get super stressed as your dopey Sim has to walk to 2 meters away versus, chilling at the table watching from afar like you or I might do. There are some decorative lights like this flower, some candles, and the shining star of the entire pack, this frog fountain. Would you look at that? I don't know about you, but it makes me feel like I have to pee. So we're now halfway through the video. Does that mean you like it? If so, like the damn thing and help me out. Next up is vintage glamour stuff, not to be confused with luxury party stuff. Don't mix up your pretentious rich people shit. This is more about having a Sim that looks like they're dressed in some old but fancy suits, robes, and poppin' red dresses with 1950s hair. Evidently that's what I do, wear a hairstyle 7 years past its expiration date. Anyway, the big selling point for this pack is the butler. Think maid, nanny, gardener, and handyman all rolled into one. The butler's programmed to take care of nearly everything in the home and does a lot of dust wipes on various furniture that doesn't get dirty. They cost a good bit more than other services for a reason. They're meant to be live-in, servants of your lord, like Alfred, but less awesome. I've had some really odd butlers, like butlers with mohawks, which just looks wrong. The thing with this system is that it basically spawns a townie in a tux. though you can get that variety you crave. If you want to spawn a better looking butler, you have to be harsh and fire the one you get so the game will spawn a new one. I guess I'm a bit bothered because it comes with vintage glamour and the tuxedo does not go with a mohawk. He should probably look like the sim in the trailer. So yeah, edit and cast to the rescue and make your butler look like they belong. Butlers are probably worth the pack if you're interested in the vintage glamour clothing to back up the purchase. It's more welcome to me than the popcorn maker, but it should cost a lot more, like a lot of other things in this game. I'm saying you can probably get a butler on the first day. I'm sure the geniuses among you have already realized with a name like Bowling Stuff, you're going to get a bowling lane. What they don't tell you is there's also a minor skill included in the pack because otherwise it wouldn't be enough. Your sim will get better at bowling as you go, which is a welcome addition. Otherwise, this is all about playing with your balls, even setting them on fire for a trick shot, dressing your sims like they're in grease. Bowling isn't some major in-depth skill, it's just a relief you get to level it. Not enough stuff packs adding minor skills. Fitness stuff. Sorely needed given the importance of fitness in this game. It includes some objects to help you meet those fitness goals like the rock climbing wall. This will build fitness skill and muscle for your sims. As objects go, it's pretty cool as it has unique animations, but it really needed to have them as there aren't any other objects of note in this pack, except one. This pack also comes with dialogue pop-ups that ask you if you'd like some free earbuds every single time you make a new game. It joins the competition for most obnoxious pop-up along with the welcome wagon, and your sim should think about university. I think it's the earbuds personally because it does a screen takeover. But yes, you can buy earbuds and it does offer the ability to listen to music anywhere your sim may be, keeping fun topped off at all times. The tutorial message is not so bad that you should avoid this if it's appealing to you. It's just kind of like a meme to me because I'm always in the middle of things and it pops up. Toddlers were patched into the game January 2017, and 6 months later we got stuff for them because they had like nothing. This expands the clothing options for toddlers a bit and gives them a few new fun activities like the twisty toddler tunnels. There's a much more compact slide you can use for building the kids' movement skills pretty quickly. You will also find what you're gonna do with all that stump. My stump, my stump, my stump, my stump. I'd love to be lady. I'm glad I can't sing because it would only bring this closer to the video being claimed by will.i.am. Laundry Day was the first community stuff pack and a highly successful one at that. At least at some point it was the top seller among all these because the community got to provide direct input into it. With this pack, if you put any of the washing machine type objects on the lot, either hand washing or an actual washer, your sims will begin to generate laundry. It can either go into a hamper or pile up on the ground. This provides some actual gameplay, changing up the routines a bit and causing sims to make a mess. I'm not surprised the community wanted this, it just proves they want a life simulator. Doing laundry will lead to sims getting happy when they change into some fresh clothes. You can put stuff into the machines as additives, and there are a lot of decorative items to help you make your laundry room look legit. This is probably the one I'd recommend most if the gameplay is appealing to you, as it meets its goals. Following the most successful stuff pack is the most hated, or most memed, I don't know. They said it didn't do as poorly as we think. After Sims 4 Cats and Dogs, My First Pet Stuff became the first DLC for a DLC. At least in Sims, I think. You require cats and dogs to buy this. In it, you'll get a small variety of objects that seem to be reskins of others from the pack. It is the single most egregious offense on this list in my eyes, not due to that exactly, but more the fact that I look at cats and dogs as one of the weakest offerings gameplay wise, even if it's not lacking in charm. Anyway, the point is getting a hamster might have helped soothe the burn a bit. Yeah, your hamster needs taken care of and you get a new death type, rabid rodent fever. This happens if your hamster gets unhappy from lack of care and you handle them and it bites you because it's pissed. There are a few types, but they're all mostly the same. The hamster can grow smarter and lift off in a rocket, but it's kind of like the bird feeder or disappointing baby turtles in that it's mostly visuals, although it is the best of the three. Moschino was a confusing pack at first because you see things like this and think, oh boy, this is all about weird clothes I will never put on my sim. Then there aren't many clothes. You look around and realize it's actually more about fashion photography than fashion itself. The pack gives you several things that will help make photos better. With the camera tripod, your sim can get sims to line up against the backdrop and pose for pictures in dozens of ways. It's really well done in that regard. And you can get up to 4 adults, or for example, an adult holding a toddler, a pet and an owner, touching or not touching poses for sim. You can even put portable X's on the ground to pick where sims will stand so that you can make photographs anywhere in the game world. That's pretty swell. Add in the fashion photographer freelancer career and it makes Moschino worth recommending to people who want their sims to be able to take better photos. As of this moment, Tiny Living is the most recent pack released for The Sims 4. Its focus is to save some space, but only one item really accomplishes that. It does have decor that looks appropriate for a tiny house, but no bunk beds or anything like that, which the community would have gone gaga for. Instead, they brought back the Murphy bed, which goes up in the wall. You can't put anything where it goes down, but at least Sims can walk there. The Murphy bed kills at a crazy rate right now if you try to bring it down while it's broken. It does funny things like eat sims while they're sleeping, which I thought was humorous. This pack gives you incentive to build small and supports it via build mode by giving out bonuses based on if your house is small enough or not. It's like, here's every bonus in the game: double skill gain, double relationship, half bills, and even faster plant growth for some reason. It's quite excessive, but some players will enjoy it and enjoy living in a tiny home. You do what you want, I don't tell you what to do. It's very likely one of the next packs we receive will be a stuff pack around knitting. It'll give you the ability to make a little studio where you do your work and apparently craft a few things from wool. Maybe this comes from some desire to have gameplay for elders. It obviously won't be just for them, but the hobby is stereotyped that way. We don't know exactly how the knitting is going to work, but over the course of a few rounds, the community have voted on the styles of clothing and objects that'll be included in the pack. It's our second ever community stuff pack and legitimately won the vote against other activities like a Grim Reaper side gig and ghost hunting. I'm absolutely shattered. But hopefully Maxes can make knitting interesting as an activity with at least something that resembles other skills in the game. What stuff packs would you recommend for others, and what objects might I have mentioned in this video that didn't get a shot? Commenting actually helps me, and if you like my work, share it, like it. It is helpful for my channel to grow. If you want to go the extra mile, there's a Patreon link in the description. It's a crappy time for us all, but I hope you're weathering it. As always, thanks a lot for watching. You are an amazing community, and I'm very happy to have your support.